Previously on TVSins.
Why in the world would they stop making cookie cats? They're only the most scrumptious and delicious ice cream sandwich ever made.
I was robbed. I spent the whole night waiting for the great pumpkin when I could have been out for tricks or treats.
I turned myself into a pickle, Morty!
With the garage door open? I mean, it's possible Rick couldn't care less if people know he's a mad scientist, but I usually like a little privacy when I'm transforming my pickle.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Roll deal commercials. It's probably sin enough that this intro scene doesn't have an episode yet, but I'm just confused why each butt cheek would have a separate face, when the face is the entire butt. Shouldn't the butt then be the entire face? And wouldn't this make the mouth the... Oh god, I've gone too far. Also, it's official. Rick and Morty needs to do a whole episode including all the stuff they didn't do from the intros and turn it into one episode. They're good at off-the-wall concepts, so time to make it happen, assholes.
Stop digging for hidden layers and just be impressed.
Rick and Morty fans in our comments section.
Did you do this on purpose to get out of family counseling?
He did, and it really makes me wonder why he didn't do something a lot less convoluted. Seems like he could have simply faked being sick, or made himself sick for real, and had an antidote hidden somewhere. Or thousands of other things he could have done to get out of therapy. We're going to get one of the most famous Rick and Morty episodes out of it, but while it's hard to complain, it's not hard to sin.
Hey Rick, why is there a syringe of mysterious fluid hanging directly over you?
Morty's got a point here. Why would Rick set up some sort of Rube Goldbergian syringe solution in full view of everyone? I would think someone smart enough to become an actual pickle would also be smart enough to hide whatever creative way they found to not be a pickle anymore. For instance, conjuring a Meeseeks and asking them to hide until everyone leaves and then administer the antidote for one possible solution. Beth conveniently leaves the garage door open so that Pickle Rick can get into his adventure. This goes on for some time. It was a bright-ass sunny day with no cloud in sight. Then the clouds with the flooding rain came out of nowhere to bail Rick out. I'm pretty sure it only rains long enough for Rick to get to the next phase of the story, making this the biggest Deus Ex Machina rain since Noah, when God killed all of Noah's arch nemesis. Also, floods don't happen this fast, and unless the water is coming directly from the garage, this driveway wouldn't accumulate water at any depth at all. Pickle Rick is apparently holding his breath underwater, so can we talk anatomical morphing? Does this mean this pickle has respiratory, circulatory, and neurological systems? And if so, isn't it more of a pickle-shaped human than an actual human turned into a pickle?
Yes!
How did he say yes so clearly if he's tonguing a roach's brain nonstop to make it move? Also, most scientists think that arthropods actually have a distributed intelligence, which means their motion is controlled at multiple points of the body, meaning this cerebrolingus shouldn't really be doing all that much at all.
It's nobody's choice to be here, you knobs. The family was told to get counseling by your principal.
Sounds like the principal was a co-writer on this script, considering the unusual request for the entire family to get counseling.
Even though it's not the family that was huffing pottery glaze in the art room.
As far as my research shows, pottery glaze does not contain any brain-altering substances. Oh, you sweet summer child.
How long have you all been eating poop?
Yeah, I bet when you have fond memories of the Pickle Rick episode, you don't remember the Morty desk peeing incident, or the teacher that eats poop, do ya? This rat trap includes a weight, wall screws, and bolts, and a tied-off rubber band secured at twice a pickle's height. How the hell could Rick build this at his current pickle size, and with a distinct lack of opposable thumbs? This Rick builds complex machinery quickly with no hands or tools. It's going to be a common thing, isn't it? Fine, let's add 5 sins for this plot-forwarding nonsense and move on. Good thing the city installed these sewer covers to give way with such great sense of dramatic timing. I know this is one of those things where you're not supposed to think very deeply into it and just accept that Rick, who is a pickle, screwed rat arms and legs onto himself and now has the agility of Tony Jaa as he rampages through this rat horde. But if rat anatomy is this amazing, I find it hard to believe they wouldn't rule the world, or at the very least have complete control of the New York City subways. Also, don't get me wrong, going all John Rick Chapter 3 Picklebellum on these rats is pure amazingness. But unless he's broken the law of conservation of mass, him making this machine appear complete with seemingly unlimited ammo out of absolutely nothing can suck my gherkin.
Well, Dr. Wong, by the way, racist name.
Calling things racist that aren't even racist at all. You don't have any self-awareness, God.
You were special to rats. Now they're dead. I guess it was me you should have impressed.
I feel like somewhere this episode should get a sin-off for its goofy premise paying off, and I'll do it here. I mean to be a nitpicky bastard, but what the is up with all these vents in this hallway? And room 280 is directly across the hallway from room 290?
Who in the toilet is this?
How the did Rick get this deep into the middle of nowhere from that sewer he was in?
Hi, can you, please let me out?
Can't Rick just find a way out on his own? He's been using the vents to get around, and he has more resources than when he was down in the sewers. And down there, he could build a jetpack and a whole complicated rat part assembly machine.
Some of my men are calling you Solenia, the Pickle Man. An old wives' tale. He crawls from bowls of cold soup to steal the dreams of wasteful children.
This old wives' tale is about as stupid as the first wives' club. A pickle as some sort of waste not, want not boogeyman? I know Russia's f***ed up, guys, but it can be way more creative and f***ed up than that. This Russian syndicate must shop for office supplies at the same company as John Wick and Ledger's Joker, because these industrial-strength pencils are somehow nailing someone to a wall and impaling entire human shoulders. My pencil breaks when I press too hard while dotting the I in Kendrick with a little heart.
What do you think is in the syringe, Beth?
You're the one that costs $200 an hour, you tell me.
Okay, so this mandatory counseling costs $200? I can barely even see the family agreeing to this counseling, much less paying $200 an hour.
Oh my god! Oh, there's pictures of people eating poop in there!
The alternate title of this episode was clearly Fecal Rick. As little that's left of these desks, I'm questioning their ability to support a full Van Damme in their current condition. How is Rick flying this chopper without being able to reach the anti-torque pedal and other important helicopter-y things? What is this, some kind of suicide squad?
I have no doubt that you would be bored senseless by therapy, the same way I'm bored when I brush my teeth and wipe my ass.
Who has ever been wiping their ass and said to themselves, God damn, this is boring. It's not like it's supposed to be fun. Feels like this is just another way for the episode to wallow in again.
She huffed enamel, and we never even talked about it.
Yeah, you did. It's what led to Summer saying,
I am mad that I can't huff enamel without people assuming it's because my family sucks.
Saying she'd prefer people to just think she likes to get high. It was discussed. A stringed instrument would be completely muted by crushed corpses attached to its strings, even in the key of B flat.
Now, for the E splat!
Jaguar!
Is Jaguar, gonna untie Rick and Morty?
Competitive endurance tickling.
You know, is this the first part of some kind of magic trick?
Illusion, Michael. Trick is something a whore does for money.
God damn it, I love myself. 'Cause I love me.
Dad, I would like you to tell me what's in the syringe.
Quit around and give it the shot. Come on.
I'm a pickle when I feel like it, so you asked.
Well, actually, nobody on this planet ever really chooses each other. I mean, it's all a question of quantum physics, molecular attraction, and timing.